Hello, hello, and happy Manifesting Monday. Wow, what a big weekend it has been. First of all, we've just had the full moon. If you haven't listened to the meditation that I put out, when was it, 2 days ago, for the full moon, I think it dropped on Friday. Um, there's a new moon, the new moon in Aquarius, which was huge. I did a video, so go back and watch the last video if you are still finding any of those transits around the full moon are difficult. Even if you have done that audio, you can still do it, repeat it anytime that you feel that your mojo or your energy is going down, or that there's overwhelm, or you're not getting where you want to be. Go back and listen to that meditation, because between the full moon, and we're still in that sort of full moon time. The full moon phase lasts for 3.5 days, so we're still in that phase, and then it starts to wane. If you haven't, I'd highly recommend you listen to it, and even listen to it again. I'm going to listen to it again over the next few days. An awful lot has happened, and I don't know about you, but I really feel that I've moved through some sort of big portal of change. And I know that a lot of people that I have been talking with and working with one-to-one, and had a chat this morning with a gorgeous lady in Perth, who is also reporting how this huge feeling of change. And that's what we want. We want to move. We're always changing, but we want to change right. We want to change with the right vibration. I'm going to read some cards in a moment. I'm going to tell you a little story about what I manifested with the help of a huge amount of people today, basically. And I'll just read some cards about the energy, and I'm going to also talk about a manifesting challenge that I really feel will be powerful sometime after the 27th. So the next big phase is the new moon on the 27th of August, and it's pretty much the 27th of August everywhere, I think, in the world. Well, possibly not. I think it's early in the morning, like 1:30 or something, Pacific time. So it might, Hawaii is probably, or whatever is west of that, would probably be the day before. But from most of the world, it's going to be on the 27th of August, which is a Saturday. And I'm going to start a manifesting challenge on the Monday for 5 days. I'll talk to you more about that at the end. So if you want more details, have a listen, and I will be posting somewhere that you can sign up, because and it's going to be a low priced. I'm going to make it affordable. And even if people who've worked with me and who've been following me for a while feel that they cannot afford this, reach out and email me. I will certainly do something. But I want people to be invested in it, so that they actually stick it through. People get the best results when they do that. What happened for us here over the weekend was, on Saturday, our beloved, absolutely beautiful dog. Now, if you've been following me on Facebook, you probably know the story already. But we manifested this gorgeous dog 13 years ago. I have a son who's on the autistic spectrum, and he was 5 at the time. And I had it in my head. I didn't even physically ask, but I had it in my head. I would love a guide dog for him, something like a Labrador or a retriever. And I never even said it to anybody, but this was my sort of internal intention. And very soon after that, I met somebody that I'd never met before, who was looking for somebody to find a home for this retriever. And she was the most beautiful dog. Her name was Bella, beautiful, but she was beautiful of nature and beautiful looking. So she's a white retriever, and she had a black nose, because she had something called puppy strangles as a puppy. So we got her when she was 4 months old, and she was really undersized and small. She was smaller than the rest of the litter because she'd been so sick. And so her black nose was because the white hair didn't grow on it. She had its blisters inside and outside their mouth. She'd been on steroids. The vet didn't think she'd make it, but she made it, because I feel she had a higher mission, and her mission was to be with my boy, who really it was just such a beautiful union. So Ben is very sound sensitive and would have a meltdown for a certain type of high pitch. And dogs barking is one of that. A dog barking can set him off. He usually wears earmuffs and music if he's out, to cancel out that, because he'll just go from 0 to 1,000 with a dog barking. And our beautiful Bella muted her bark. So she's 13, will be in October, and on Saturday a fox got in and attacked our hens, and there was screaming and scuffling and chasing away of the fox, and in all of that Bella got frightened and disappeared. So she disappeared, and we expected her to come back later because she will run off. We live in the country, there are fields everywhere, and not fields of high barley or grain or anything. They're just grazing cattle fields, so it's easy to see a white dog in a green field. And we searched when we, realized she wasn't coming back on Saturday night, but it was dark. We were up early yesterday. We searched, I put it out on Facebook. The last time I checked, it was like 560 or so shares. I just was blown away with people's support and the comments and the loveliness and the help that we were receiving and the high energy. I put it into a Telegram group that I'm in, and in there, it's a very spiritual group, and people were, visualizing her, manifesting her, praying for her return, and all of this. And there was no sign. I, in fact, did a reading, and I've just realized, yes, Glyniss, do not do readings on yourself or your family or people that you're close to, because we put in our own emotions on that. So I was getting disaster because that's what I was feeling inside. It was so unlike her not to come back, and she, because she's very old, and she's, I didn't think that she'd be back alive. And very sad yesterday, out practically all day, coming and going, the whole family, friends, beautiful people who live nearby, who I haven't met before, who are actually hunting and looking for her. And we went to bed really sad last night, and I woke thinking I was dreaming because I could hear her panting. And I thought, I was dreaming about her. My husband had the same dream, funnily enough. But in fact, we had our window open, and she was panting outside. And my son found her this morning at just before 7 or just after 7 or something like that. And the shrieks of delight. Now she's wet, she's bedraggled, she's worse, a little worse for wear. Her hips are very, stiff and sore, but we are so happy to have her back, and she's happy to be back. And so she's getting so much love and attention today. And it just showed me, with that, I mean, I have to say, I didn't manifest her because my emotions were so low. I just, couldn't have manifested high emotions yesterday, but everybody else did. And my daughter, who came down from Dublin, kept saying, no, I feel she's alive. People were getting onto me saying, I feel she's still alive. Don't give up, don't give up. And last night when I went to bed, I did sort of just let go of all of the worry and all of whatever. So just absolutely beautiful that she did come back. So, okay, on that note, what I really wanted to do something, I'm going to pull some cards just to see, okay, what energy do we need to live in this week? So today is, what is it? Today is the 15th, midway through August. Now, August is a hot and tumultuous month. And according to Pam Gregory, who I really love, and I may put a link below, because if you're not following Pam Gregory, I really believe we all should be. She's so accurate with her astrology readings. Plus Tanya Gabrielle says something similar. I follow her in Astrolada. They're all kind of saying that what we're getting into now is going to crescendo. It's the energy for the rest of this year is just getting, it can be tense and intense. And what we need to do is to be able to go with the flow and keep the vibe high and know that we're moving towards something better. We have to break down old systems, old structures in order to break through. We have to break down our old emotions, our old, our old beliefs, our old paradigms, the thoughts, the things that we believe in, to move on to something better. And life is always changing and growing and evolving, and we need to right now keep our vibe as high as we can. In other words, raise the frequency of our emotions, feel, the power that comes with excitement instead of anxiety, or the power that comes when you know what you want, when you focus on it, you feel the vibrations and the feelings of that, and then you just let it go. So, towards, I'm going to be talking about that for the next 2 weeks, coming up to the manifesting challenge that I'm going to run on, I think it's the 29th. Yes, it is the 29th, my daughter's birthday. I'm going to start it that day. And because we will be in the phase of the new moon growing, that's the best possible time to start setting our intentions, to start looking and focusing. So each day I will be making, for anybody who signs up, haven't got the link here now yet today, but I will be posting it on all my videos. I'm going to start working on that today. But it'll be, each day you'll get a video about, and it's short. I'll keep it short, shorter than these. I try to keep them like to 10 minutes for the first day and maybe 5 minutes each day after that. Just talking about what we're going to manifest for that day. We will manifest money at one stage. That is always the most popular, but there are different things, and I like to change it up a little bit. So we're all focusing on the same thing, and growing your belief and your energy. Each day I'm going to also have an MP3 to download, a meditation or a hypnosis audio that will be part of this, that you can use again and again, that you'll be able to use and own for life. Just so that, and it'll be relevant to whatever day, whatever we're working on that day, and culminating in something really exciting at the end of the week. And anytime I've run these before, the excitement, the charge, people make friends in that group. So I'll be holding it together in a Facebook group. And I'm sorry, I know for people who hate Facebook, I actually have fallen in love with it over the last 2 days, having got my beautiful dog back, by something like nearly 600 people shared that our dog was missing. So blown away by that. But anyway, I'm going to be in there because I know that's the place where I can hold space. I'll be going in and doing a live twice a day, talking about it, egging people on. People will be in there egging each other on, and just keeping the high vibe of it, because the more high vibration of feelings we feel, the more that starts to come. Now, magic has happened in any of them that I've done before. So I'm going to get on to a few people who have really done well. And I know one person has offered to come on and do a live with me or a video. So I will be checking in with people who have made magic happen in past manifesting challenges, just to get you a little bit of a feel of just how flipping awesome and powerful we are when we actually step into our abilities and our powers. We can manifest anything. The thing is, it's as easy to manifest a button or $1 million. The difference, it's all in, it's the same plan, it's the same formula. The difference is your level of belief. And so at the start of the week, we start off with something a little easy, and we build it up, build it up, build it up. And, I'm always blown away by how much happens. Hello, Gwen. Lovely to see you. Yes, thank you, Bella. Came back. Morning, Lisa Jane, Kerry Hales. Good to see you. Okay, so I'm going to read on this. What do we need to do for this week, the 15th, halfway through August? What is the energy that we need to live in? What ideas, what, what do we need to focus on? Any advice from guides, angels, ascended masters, and goddess cards? So just one jumped out. Catherine O'Boyle, lovely to see you. Thank you. Yeah, we are so delighted. Another has jumped completely out. Okay, interesting. Wouldn't have chosen that if I was going to choose it. We'll see what that means in the reading. Another. Okay, so I'm going to just 4 more that have jumped out here. Just douse on them. So I have my divining rods here, which I will be demonstrating as well for anybody new in the manifesting challenge on how to work with this. So that card, ooh, I'm getting a no for that. Second card. Yes, that's opening out. Okay, so that's one that I didn't think would work. Let me just see. I'm just going to go through all of these cards. This card, yes, that's a yes. Okay, so see these divining rods move out for me when I get a yes. So I'll be demonstrating how to work these next week and how to make them. You only need a coat hanger, not by next week, on the 29th onwards. So balance, let me see, is this card for today? Yes, a little bit. This one, piece, yes, definitely. And this one is a big, big, big yes. Okay, I'm going to read some. So, okay, so independence. Okay, now, what am I seeing in this? Besides the fact that our independence is very important. Your independence is very important. Your independent thinking, your independent way of doing things, your independent way of deciding what it is that you want. In other words, I feel what this card is telling me, that when you want to manifest something or when you want a big change and you're unsure, really, is this right? Don't go checking in with anybody else. It's nobody else's business, even your nearest and dearest. What we really need to do is check in with ourselves. Our power, sorry, this is making a lot of rattle. Our power is in ourselves, in our own heart, in our own ability to just make our own decisions from our heart. And when you get a yes, when you get a really good feeling about something, just go for it. You know, when you say yes to yourself, when you say yes to the ideas that are coming to you, when you say yes to something that might even feel a little bit, but I could never do that. When you say yes, the universe opens every possible doorway when you answer that call. And this, your independence, I believe, is telling you your strength, your independence is the foundation of your ability to make it all happen. Your strength and success. Okay, so that's the first one. Second one is true love. So somebody, this might be for everybody, it might be for somebody in particular, but true love, there is the romantic strings of your heart has been tugged or is being tugged. And basically, if you want to meet someone or if you want to energize a relationship that you already have, the way to do that is to love yourself truly, madly, absolutely, deeply, to fall in love with who you are, to respect who you are, to do beautiful things for yourself, self-care, self-love. And this isn't selfish. It's not in a selfish way. And there's a difference. Selfish is when you want to keep things to yourself. Self-love is you're loving the self and you're showering yourself with so much love that it is then you're opening your heart and you're shining that out. And when you're shining out that vibration of love that you have for yourself and for who you are at soul level, who you are, your sovereignty, your divine divinely created self, when you get in touch with that higher self and love that part of you so much, you're putting out a vibration and you are attracting back the right relationships. You're attracting energy into your already relationship, but you're also attracting the type of person that will love you that way too. Very important. The next card, balance career and home. Now, right now, every one of us know where we're putting most of our attention. Is it into having time off? Is it into a family? Is it into play? Or is it into work? Is it into struggle? Is it into doing too much? Is there one of those areas in your life that you need to bring balance back into? It's important um, to have a sort of an overall, always, I like to make a pie chart and divide that pie chart up into as many segments as you want, 6, 8, 12 different parts of your life, love, relationships, romantic relationships, fun, creativity, work, career, finances, giving back, community, all of those areas and more, whatever comes to you, and look and give them a rating. And if there's one or two or more areas that have a very low rating, and maybe some are absolutely high, but that's where your focus is all the time, bring balance back into focus more gently overall. And even if it is that you need to take notes to spend more time on self-care, or notes to action, getting things done, whatever that is for you, it'll be different for everybody, but just bring more balance in. Next card is choose peace. Now, choose peace. What there are a lot of different meanings from this. One I'm getting right now is that, and probably because it's so new with me from yesterday and from the head spin that I went into, and the tears and the crying and the anguish of losing my gorgeous girl, my gorgeous dog. But it was when I did go to bed last night, I brought myself back to a kind of a sort of a letting go and letting the universe, and she arrived back this morning. It's when you get into that state of just bringing yourself to balance and choosing peace and choosing to accept something that you feel you can't change. By just even acceptance, you're opening up your energy, your vibration to allow something better to come in. If there's an argument or a conflict going on in your mind with somebody else, with a lot of people, if you're struggling, just breathe in and out sometimes and just bring yourself back to peace, and peace to just being able to accept somebody else's point of view. Even if you disagree, just bring yourself back to peace. Maybe doing a little ho'oponopono on somebody, something, a situation. If you have never heard of ho'oponopono, I think most of you, certainly those watching here, will know what ho'oponopono is. I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. Those 4 statements. I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. You don't have to feel sorry for something else somebody did to you. But by saying those words, I'm sorry, what you're doing on an energetic level, they're very powerful words energetically, but what you're doing is you're taking responsibility for the fact that somehow you've manifested this into your life. And you're sort of taking responsibility for seeing it, for manifesting it. Please forgive me. Just say them. And thank you, I love you. And you're releasing something. And what happens with conflicts when you do this to somebody, that there's an argument, or somebody that you really feel is triggering you and that keep turning up, they stop triggering you. They stop turning up. It's almost like your energy changes and you stop noticing that and you move on. And it has, with relationships that you want to heal, it has an energetic level. Our heart is the most empowering and powerful part of us. And we've done this in this challenge. We've also done this where we energetically send messages out and people receive it. People have gotten messages back, and I can see at least one person watching here today who got a message back from somebody when she did that and was blown away. But when we do it as well on something that we want to heal, it is so powerful. So that is a good card to look at for this week. And the last one, Diana, focused intentions. What are your intentions? What intentions did you write down maybe for the last new moon? Or what intentions have you still for this week ahead, for today, for now, this moment? What do you want to intend to do? What wishes are you focused on? Focus on the end result. How would you feel if this happened? How would you feel if you made these choices? How would you feel if you took this action? How would you feel if you manifested what it is that you want? And just focus your intention a few times each day on that emotion. Like laser focus is when you, like, she's got a bow and arrow. She's choosing her target and she is focused on it. I always like to use the analogy of a laser beam, which actually can cut through steel, as opposed to a little filament light, which will sprinkle a bit of light everywhere. But that laser beam has so much more power. Now, you do not need to keep that power on all day. You don't need to stop what you're doing, except for maybe 3 or 4 times, tuning in for 17 seconds, apparently, according to Esther and Jerry Hicks, is enough to actually feel that feeling and that emotion and know that you are aligning with it. So do that as often as you can. And don't forget, the moon is still for the rest of this day, I think. This is the 15th making this video. It's still at that full moon phase. I think it is anyway. When was the full moon? I think that was only 2 or 3 days ago. So we're still at that full phase. But even as the moon is waning, which is a time when we can let go of things, still have your focus. We still are manifesting. We can still have those intentions on what we want. And in fact, the next phase of this moon, as it goes towards the new moon, what it tends to bring up is beliefs that we had that might be blocking us what we were stopping ourselves from having. So just be aware of that. As I mentioned, Esther and Jerry Hicks, I'm going to choose one of their cards. Let's see, a card to jump out for this week. As I enjoy people, I attract enjoyable people. I want great relationships, funny. So I enjoy nice, clever, funny, energetic, and stimulating people. I love knowing that this planet is abundant with them. Just knowing that the people that you want to meet are everywhere. Don't say things like guys or women like this are hard to come by. That you'll find that you manifest that. Just know that these people are everywhere. And it seems that the more you enjoy people and notice people and love that energy, the more people that you enjoy, the more come into your life. And this is a time of spectacular co-creation when you do that. Just a little bit for anybody who wants to manifest friendships, loving relationships, or anything else. Okay, thank you so much for watching. Did I speak? I did speak about a little bit about the manifesting challenge. If you're interested, let me know, post in the comments, but do keep watching for the rest of, I'll be live a few times this week, and as soon as I have that link ready and about the challenge and how to join it, I will post it. Give yourself, and if you do decide to do it, write it in your diary. Give yourself, allow yourself a half an hour a day. You can do this. Imagine if you could put your attention to something and really take action and see magic happening, what could come out at the end of it. So I will be starting it on the 29th of August, and I will be posting the details and the links and how to join when I get it. It will be a paid program. I'm thinking of €44. And for anybody who is struggling and who really wants to do this, I will be leaving a link. Email me. I want everybody to be able to do this. But I believe that when people are invested, they put more energy into it. I've done these both as paid challenges and as free challenges. And the free ones, I've noticed that people start waning off after about day 2 or 3, or they don't put their energy into it. Now, I will be giving more, way more value than this is worth, because my audios are €15 singly on PayHip to buy, and I will be including 5 audios in that week, and they'll be new. I haven't made them yet because they will be inspired around the 5 different topics that we will be manifesting. So love your feedback, and even, if you want to feedback anything about what you might be struggling with, I'll see what I can do while I am working out that week to see what we might actually work on. Love you all. Have a super, super day and a brilliant week. And thank you again from the bottom of my heart, anybody who was helping me get our beautiful dog back. Lots of love.